you.
Hello.
Sorry for talking during part of your intro.
No, that's all right. I wouldn't have went live till the music started. I actually thought we were live already, so
I did too.
welcome everyone. Yeah, I guess it's an after party for Brojo's marathon. So welcome, thank you for coming. Halsey,
Marty's in the background.
Oh, we got someone in the back? Or in the chat, you mean?
Well, it said it was private chat. I'm sorry. You're right. I read it wrong.
Oh, hey. Okay, you're on a new account. It's good to see you. And Kev's out there too.
Yeah.
The trusty ape.
Yep.
Jump on in. We're roasting a Christian, supposed Christian.
And he's taken the heat.
I'm being plucked.
God should enjoy that, right? He likes that sort of thing.
Yeah, it pleases him to bruise me, apparently.
And he died for all sins except the sin of non-belief.
Well, that's the only condition.
Is that blasphemy? Is that the unforgivable sin?
Isn't blaspheming the Holy Spirit the unforgivable one?
Yes.
Yeah, but
How exactly
does that
do you
mean?
do that?
Is that just like denying Christ?
Calling Jesus the devil is how they did
I've
that.
heard, giving the praise to the devil that should be the gods. I mean, that's got to be a pretty small number of people, right? Like, you'd have to already be not necessarily a Christian, but believe in Christian God to give any credit to Satan, to believe in Satan. So at that point, you're very actively turning against God and then trying to give credit to Satan.
Well, it kind of makes sense why they killed him. You know, he said.
But go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was going to say, just giving credit to Satan in your thoughts, like, what exactly does that do to God? Like, how does that, like, hurt him or affect him? Like, does he just get sad? Does he get jealous? Like, what's the deal with that?
Well, in God's mind, you know, he's holy, right? And if you call him evil,
He gets sad.
He gets a little angry at that. Yeah.
I mean, to call Satan good, does that equate calling God evil?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah. According to the
But
Bible.
has Satan done any good things?
Huh?
Has Satan done any good things?
Oh, he was perfect before he fell.
In Isaiah 45:7, God says that he's the author of evil. So is God blaspheming against himself?
No.
Well, that was my question. Like, who created Lucifer or Satan?
Well, he created him perfect.
I made something perfect that then went bad.
Yeah.
So, but I'm not responsible for I created it in a way that it could go bad.
Apparently, he had free will. Yeah.
So that seems like whoever created him with that possibility bears some responsibility. If I make a defective product,
you would have to ask God about that, not me.
Well, that would kind of logically entail, sort of, in a roundabout way.
I don't think so.
Hold on, I didn't finish. That would entail that free will was a mistake.
Was it?
Or intentionally evil.
Ugh. See?
Correct. All
There you
part of
go.
the plan.
Here you go, calling good
Or-
evil.
No, or
and evil good.
No, I'm just going with what God said.
No, that's what you just said.
Are you saying that God is calling
said-
good evil and evil good?
Well, let me.
Because I was just quoting God.
Here's what I heard you say.
Mhm.
Okay, isn't it God's fault that Satan is evil?
No, I said, does he need to
Yes, you
take
did.
responsibility for
Right.
creating a being that
Right,
would
which
then
would
become?
make him culpable for evil.
And that's what God said in Isaiah 45:7.
And you're trying to say that he's not culpable for the evil that he created by your own definition. How do you not see that?
I think I already said free will. God didn't make robots, did he?
Well, the angels.
Right.
The angels didn't
But
have
if
free
Angels
will.
are robots?
But if he
Yes, the
sent,
angels
if
did not
he
have
ha-
free will.
if he had to come down to correct that, then obviously somewhere in there, free will was the mistake.
No,
Hey,
it was
he
an intentional evil.
He gave them a position and they left it.
But
They
he
left
must have
their-
ordered them to do it because they didn't
They
have free
left
will.
their former, on their own volition, their free
But
will volition.
how do you explain
Their
It
the
Then-
wasn't
former-
their-
then-
it wasn't their volition.
Then,
How do you
then,
explain
then,
the-
Yes, it
one
was.
at a time. Sorry. Then Jesus didn't die for their sins.
No,
Okay.
they knew better. They were already
That's
face
correct.
to face with God. There's no way for them to be
Trusty
saved.
is correct.
So
but the
what-
thing
so-
but the thing is, the angels were made without free will, so God
According to-
instantiated that
Can you show me-
jealousness into
Can
them.
you show me that verse in the Bible?
So why? Wait a second. If
Bringing
there's
it
going
right
to
on
be,
that.
If-
Well, hold on. You
if-
wait a second.
if-
Hold on. One thing at a time, Tom. I'm still answering Hillary. Hillary's accusing God of being evil. I think I at least get a chance to.
Well, you're
defend
saying
my
accusing. I'm quoting. God said that He is the author of evil. So if you're calling God a liar in Isaiah 45:7, that's not me doing anything wrong.
Okay. Behold, right? Look it up.
Mhm.
Look it up. Behold the severity, the goodness, and the severity of God.
Severity means destruction or evil.
You might call that evil.
That's
Yeah.
what the translators have always done.
Really? Yeah.
So you're in a different version other than the King James.
No.
okay.
No, I'm not. God is holy. Says it over and over and over and over again.
Yeah, God is
Can-
holy, and He
Yeah,
He
well,
claims to be the author
some-
of evil.
Yeah, exactly.
Can I ask
God
another
is-
question before I forget?
Go ahead. I'll write it down.
Okay. If free will is a thing and God gave us free will and some people are going to accept it or not, then why would he have to come down? Then what did Jesus die for at all?
And also, like, if God could just correct the wrongs, the flaws that are in a person, let's say a person is saved, but they're highly flawed, they're not going to go into heaven that way, right? There's a process that has to happen before they go in. So that cleansing, that like purification, if that can be done to anyone, why is punishment ever necessary?
We were condemned.
He made us for destruction.
We were condemned. Well, I'm not talking about the ones made for destruction.
Well, if we're condemned, clearly
We were
those
condemned, right? We're on death row, right? Everybody, can we at least agree on that?
No, who? Wait,
All
who
of
was?
All
of us?
Yeah, we're on death row.
Okay, but are some of us condemned forever?
No.
No, he's going to get to that.
Oh, okay.
There is a pardon, yeah. And that's what happened on the cross. The only way we're going to get in was through the blood of Jesus Christ, the death of his body, right? According to the scriptures, he was cut off. He was killed.
Okay.
Right?
Okay, so but ahead of time, it's already been decided by God that there are going to be people that choose not to be pardoned.
Because
right?
of their unbelief?
Well, just by your story.
Because of their unbelief. Yeah, the ones that don't believe. Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so if it's pre-decided in the story that there are going to be people with unbelief, then what did Jesus die for?
The people that would believe.
Right, but it wouldn't be necessary for him to die for them if the other people were already condemned. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, if the believers were already like okay and everything, why did he have to die for them?
Okay.
Apparently, even the vessels not made for destruction are worthy of destruction.
Yes.
Okay. Let's unfold the whole Bible
I'm trying.
In the next 3 minutes. Okay.
Okay.
We have a choice.
And go.
We have a choice. I'm done.
Who gave us the choice?
You're either for me, Jesus, or you're against me. Your choice. That's simple.
Right. So what did Jesus die for then?
Well, that's your choice. You have to make a choice.
Free will.
You can't not choose.
It's like my way or the highway. That's free will.
Yeah. But
my way or Yahweh.
You have free will.
Yahweh.
You have free will to go on the highway if you want. Yeah, that's true.
Because the boss says so.
Are people given belief, or do they choose what they believe?
The Bible says it's a gift.
Okay, so but the people that are not given that gift, what is their fate?
What? I'm not sure of what you mean by what is their faith.
Like if they're not given the gift of belief and they cannot earn it and they can't just fake it. So
the very faith is the gift.
They're against him then. That's what the answer would be, Ra.
Yeah.
Those people are against him.
No,
they're not with him.
That's not what she asked.
Yeah, if you're not given
it is basically
faith, then you really don't have any free will because you've already been condemned.
You know, I could try to answer all of your questions, but not simultaneously.
No, I'm answering to Halsey.
You know, the machine gun.
It's all the same. It's all the same question.
I mean, all it's going to do is make me hit the door. I mean, really, do you want me to leave? I'll leave.
It's all the same question. We're not asking you 3 different questions any longer.
It's all
basically the
questions at the same time.
It's the same question in 3 different ways.
To finish my sentence now. What's
okay? Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm done. What's your question? One at a time, please.
Mine wasn't a question. Mine was an answer to Halsey.
My question was,
fair enough.
Again, what did Jesus die for?
You. Me. All of us.
Okay, but there are from everything you've said so far, there are going to be people who choose not to be pardoned. That's all put into the plan ahead of time. So if that's already
no. Just because God can see the end from the beginning doesn't mean it was part of his plan. But hey, if it is, who am I to judge God?
Well, I thought he created Lucifer and evil. Didn't we go over that?
No, Hillary said God created evil.
No, I quoted the Bible.
Right.
Isaiah 45:7.
You insinuated.
Well, Well, I thought you
quoted the Bible.
I thought you agreed, Rod, that God created Lucifer.
I'm sure that God appears very evil to a lot of people.
Well, you said, I'm pretty sure that God created Lucifer, but he created him. He wasn't evil when he was created.
No, he was perfect.
Right. That was your words. Excuse me.
He
Created
wasn't
perfect.
If he rebelled, he wasn't perfect.
Yeah,
Well, he fell.
He fell, yeah.
But that was his choice to fall. But it was also
No,
part of God's plan when he created Lucifer.
it was not his choice to fall. God instructed that he do that. He was following God's instruction.
That's interesting.
Oh, okay.
I don't agree with that, but okay. That's what you believe.
Well, I think he's saying that's what the Bible says.
Yeah.
Well, apparently he doesn't understand the Bible, and that makes sense that he doesn't actually.
But
Well,
I mean,
it's
it
right.
clearly says, I form the light, create the darkness, I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things.
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
And
So what did Jesus die for? If it's all part of the plan, he's created evil.
I already
then
answered that question.
it was all foretold. So
I
if there are
already
some
answered
people, if there are some people that are going to sin and not accept a pardon, that's already written into the plan. And I don't think you get what I'm saying. If that was all part of the plan, then
You're just
Jesus
asking me the
dying.
same question in a different way. I already answered the question. What
Okay,
did he die for?
that's what I said earlier. We're basically all three asking you the same question. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But Ra's answer doesn't make sense. He says that he died for you. But if you don't agree and you haven't been given the gift of faith, then he did not die for you.
Oh, you've been given the gift. You rejected it. I'm not here giving it to you.
God
You can't give it.
for destruction.
I can't.
No, God gives it.
Oh,
Yeah. How could you? Yes. How could you possibly give it?
And I'm not one of his representatives, authorized to give you this gift. Freely I've received, freely give. I can't do that.
That's a pretty big goal to assume.
Yeah. That's not yours to give. How powerful do you think you are?
Who do I think I am? I know who I am.
You sound like you're God.
But you said you weren't even.
I didn't say I was God.
Well, that's what you sound like right now.
I said I'm authorized to give you the gift of faith.
You're an authorized representative of God.
Faith cometh by what? Come on, Hillary.
Speculation.
Hearing.
Oh.
That reminds me of like fundamentalist Muslims that say, as soon as you hear that I tell you that God, that Muhammad was God's last prophet, and that he's, I forget exactly what they say, but like he's his last prophet, and I forget. There's like 2 or 3 things that they tell you. As soon as they tell you that, if you say, unless you say like if you say anything but like, okay, I want to become a Muslim, or I believe you, or whatever, then you are an enemy of Islam.
Yeah.
Like,
right.
unless you say the thing like that you believe that, then boom, you're like, you've just changed status, because now you've heard, the truth, quote unquote.
Are we going to talk about Islam now? I mean,
no, I'm just saying it sounds just like that. It sounds like the same kind of arrangement,
It does.
Yeah, it's very plagiaristic. I mean, let's face it, occurred 600 years after.
Well,
I'm just talking about the idea.
Christianity occurred after Judaism, after the Torah.
Yeah, if you want to go down that road, what was around 600 years before Christianity? That's silly.
You're saying that Islam was before Christianity?
No, we're
No,
saying
you're saying Christianity was before Islam, therefore it's more credible. And I'm saying what was around 600 years before Christianity, that was more credible. And the Christians just borrowed from that.
In what part of the world?
The Middle
Where
East.
Christianity come from?
The cradle of civilization.
That would have been right around the time that Israel was carted off to Babylon by God.
That's a great point.
When was that?
Why don't we believe in like the
About
the
600
oldest
years
gods,
before Christ?
You know, the oldest gods possible, like ancient Sumerian.
Exactly.
So Judaism is stealing from the Mesopotamian. Pardon me. The
I'm
going to get the word.
Sumerians.
Sumerians.
I missed your question, Halsey. I
think Hillary's picked it up.
Okay.
I basically said why aren't we going back to the oldest gods if the original, more original means more legit, you know, why does this human refinement of religion seem to legitimize it when people say, oh, but here's the update, you know, Christianity is the update of Judaism and Islam is the update of Christianity, you know, like why is that more legitimate? Why don't we go back to like the original gods and worship them?
And yeah, if
which one
count, then JW is more fucking legit than anyone because they're only like 150 years old.
Which one? There's a
They'd be
lot
the
of
least legit, right?
There's a lot of so-called
I'm pagan, so I
the
have
sun.
gods.
The sun.
The sun. Yeah, like the literal sun,
we could
not
just go
the
to
son of God.
Ra, you know, like go to the Egyptian gods and worship Ra. I mean,
Ra. R-A. Yeah. Okay.
He certainly predates Yahweh.
Does he?
Yes.
Absolutely, he does.
Okay, then why is Egypt named after the son, one of the grandsons of Noah?
Huh?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
As in, sorry, like explain.
Mesmeram is Egypt. Look it up, Mesmeram in the Old Testament.
That doesn't explain Samaria.
It's one of the grandchildren of Noah.
Hang on. So what was the claim? Why is Egypt named after one of the grandchildren of Noah?
Or it might be
Wouldn't it be the other way around?
Because you do realize the time, you realize the problem timeline. See, you think Egypt was named after one of Noah's children?
Well, I don't think that. I know that. Or someone's lying. Right?
Or it's a coincidence.
Because I have heard about
are you calling the author of the Bible a liar?
Absolutely.
Is that what you're saying?
Which author? There's many authors.
Well, yeah, there's lots of authors of the Bible. There's 66 different books.
How do we know that they didn't have their own motivations?
Yeah. There's about 40 different authors.
66 books. I don't know how many authors. 40? I'll take your word for it.
Okay, if we're going to go there, let's go a little further. Did Jesus historically ever exist? Was he crucified?
Possibly.
It's possible. Okay. They were crucifying people left and right, and back in the day. That's not a crazy form of execution. It's not like he was the only one that was ever crucified.
And right. Because it was so public.
Jesus has existed. There were several itinerant preachers, and many of them were probably put to death.
I just wanted to clarify and make sure that we weren't going there. So
I mean, look, people could just kill someone by stabbing them through the heart or cutting their head off, right, and be quick about it. But crucifixion was very public, and there was lots of suffering. So people, when they saw this going on, they're like, God damn, I better mind my shit. I better not do anything wrong, because if I do something wrong, that's going to happen to me. It was a way of policing the masses. You know?
Okay, who came first?
Raw, Mizraim?
Yeah.
And you were saying that came before Ra. Is that what
Yeah.
you said?
Yeah, of course.
Was Ra before the 14th century BC?
I'm gonna have a look now.
It's right there in front of your face. Read it.
That doesn't say anything about Ra.
No, it's Mizraim.
When was Ra?
I stepped away to get coffee. How did Ra and Mizraim get into it?
Mizraim is the Hebrew name for Egypt, and
Right.
Ra claimed that Egypt was named after.
You're 1,200 years out of time there.
According
Ra
to this.
was from 2600 BC.
I didn't say Ra.
Starting. That's what we were talking about. Ra.
Oh, I said
Ra,
Mizraim.
Ra came before Yahweh.
Yeah,
and
but
then you
the
tied it
subject
to
changed,
Mizraim.
Sammy.
You said no. You said Hebrew already had a name for Ra, and it was Mizraim.
No. That's not
No,
what I
he
said.
said he said Hebrew had a name for Egypt, and it was and that name was one of Noah's grandsons. Was that it, or sons?
Right.
Right. So I need
Mizraim.
to see
Yeah.
when
Grandson or great grandson, one of the two. Yeah.
So Noah existed before Egypt. Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely.
Right, but the point we were trying to make, this is where Ra comes around, was that Ra was around long before Jesus.
So
Ra was definitely a false god before Jesus came on the scene. Yeah,
24.
absolutely.
Well, you say false god, but
Right.
you're just making a revision.
There's a lot of gods. I mean,
Can I just say, Ra, they're
pick
saying
one.
started about 2600, and then here, it's if we do the maths, Noah would have been about 2400. So 200 years after Ra was like worshipped.
So when was Egypt established?
Apparently, by one of
name of Egypt.
Noah's,
Oh, God.
apparently, it was established and named after one of Noah's grandsons. Is what I'm saying.
So they knew that the flood was going to happen, and so they named it and established it
Oh,
hundreds of years of it in
The flood
advance.
had already happened.
No, look at
This
the
was
numbers.
after the flood.
The flood was 120 years, 130 years
This
after.
is what
After
this is
what?
what Rawls talking
After
about.
Noah?
Mizraim means the people of Mizra. Mizra means Egypt.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And
Narmer.
then somehow it goes to Nama, which I don't know where that comes from, but
Now you have to go. Now you have to go
So-
into the most boring part of the Bible, okay, and look at
Okay.
so and so begat
Exodus?
so and so
Numbers.
begot so and so begot so and so begot and lived this many years, and so begot so and so. Now you have to go look at all that.
But I still don't understand the argument. You're saying because Hebrew had a word for Egypt that their beliefs.
Not only a
come
word
before-
for Egypt, that it was named after one of Noah's grandsons.
How does that mean
Well,
that
let me.
Egypt's beliefs didn't occur before then?
It doesn't. All it means is that one of the people from there, from Noah's family, went to Egypt, and from then on, they started calling the place that he went after the grandson's name. But the Egypt as a place existed for
It's
100
already
years
there.
Okay.
before.
And
Yeah.
how many people died in the flood, according to the Jewish account
All except 8.
of the flood? Right.
Okay, but all
right.
except they where?
So
Because the
he
world.
went to this place that was named after him. That doesn't make a lot of sense.
No, he didn't go to this place that was named after him. He went after this place, and because he went there, later generations named it after him.
Named it that.
Oh, well, who was there to name it after him?
The
they're
people,
all
his
dead.
descendants.
That's what we're saying. It's like hundreds and hundreds of years difference. It's the people afterwards said, let's call it this.
So Hold on. Are we
But the
saying that?
place existed. It had its own name.
Let me give an example with America. Let's say that people lived in America, which they did, 800 years AD. But then Columbus comes along in 1600 or whenever it was and says, we're now going to call this Columbia. So now all of a sudden, the land of America existed in 800 years before he got here because he decided to name it. But then some more people came along and said, you know what? I don't like America. I like Amerigo I don't like Columbia. I like Amerigo Vespucci. So let's call it America. So where are we? We got all these different names, but that doesn't mean that they came before the original one.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And we're just saying, Christians, we can go, okay, 2,000 years ago, but when we have religions 3,000 years ago, 4,000 years ago, where was Christ in those religions?
Isn't there new data about the age of the pyramids? They're like much older than we originally thought.
Oh, there's like Göbekli Tepe, or I'm not sure if that is relevant or not, but that's like 12,000 years ago.
Interesting.
Yeah. Which they used to say should have been nomadic people. So not settled enough to even be, building mud huts and stuff, let alone these huge buildings. That's certainly not nomads. Or actually, isn't the claim at this point that the nomads did it? That Göbekli Tepe, or however you say it, was built by nomads?
Well, not only that, then it was buried. It was like, that's what the evidence suggests, that it was purposefully buried.
By who?
I'll tell you by who. That's a great question, and I'll tell you by who. It was buried by the people that were in between the religion that they were practicing at Göbekli Tepe and the Christians. It was the pre-Christians, and they buried it because they realized that was not the true religion, what they were practicing at Göbekli Tepe, so they buried it.
And isn't there a tie, like even to gods like Yahweh? There is inscriptions of him, like there in all his glory with his big penis and stuff. And other animal gods. Yeah. Like that, and that's why it kind of got buried up, because it was still too paganistic.
Okay, I see where you're going. Yeah.
Sumerian and
I'll be right back.
There was a lot of infertility symbology going on.
Yeah.
But for real, guys, back then, for the subject of fertility and the process of it must have seemed magical to them.
Oh, for sure, yes.
There was nothing dirty or perverted or anything like that about it. It was just one of these amazing processes that they discovered and understood and worshipped. I mean, I'm sure that any of us living back then would be in awe of that.
Like
process.
This is amazing.
I think today we still think, like me as an atheist, that is one of the most divine things that can occur in this universe. Like how a life force comes out of another life force.
Oh, check this out. Check this out. There was a time, perhaps, when we as humans didn't know that how we were creating other humans was by fucking. Like, we didn't even get that. We didn't even get that at our rudimentary outset. Somewhere along the line, we put two and two together. Oh, that's where we come from. So that had to be absolutely. You're right. That had to be a fucking mind-blowing revelation at the time.
So you think we were just bumping uglies for fun because it felt
Yes,
Yeah.
I think that
I
I
mean,
think
yeah,
evolution would even
course it
support that.
was. You're right. You're absolutely
Yeah. And then somewhere along the line, one of us put two and two together. It's like, oh, when
Oh,
a man, yes, we just did this thing 9 months ago, and then 9 months later, oh, there's a kid.
yeah.
Somebody figured that out at one point. Like, holy fuck.
It would have been like a lone male who went around and he would like get a female and then leave, and then he would have noticed a pattern that when he would
That would have been like
areas,
it would have been like he would.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say everywhere he returned to 9 months later, it's like they're having babies. And
He literally would have had to done like an experiment. Like, okay, this is what I think is happening. So I'm gonna go to put it in a crude form. I'm gonna go bang this chick, and then I'm gonna watch the calendar and see what happens.
So you
Or just
don't
watch
need,
her
for
body
example,
change.
Or
right?
watch her body
Or-
change, yes, over time. And how many sunsets does that take before a kid comes out?
Or it could be that the men of the tribe were nomadic hunters and that they would lay up with the women for like 3 or 4 months. Then they go off on a hunting trip, come back in 6 months, and their bellies would be full. And they'd be like, wow, that's amazing.
You want to hear a
Right.
weird but gross fact
Yes.
about biology and evolution and stuff? It's gross.
Yeah,
Just telling
I
you
love it.
ahead of time. Okay. Okay, so the bell sort of shape of like the head of the penis
Mhm.
is specifically designed so that when it plunges in and then pulls out, that bell shape scrapes out and removes the other semen
The previous
of other
male
men.
semen.
Yep.
Yes.
Is that true?
Yes.
Yes.
Ew.
Oh.
I know. Cream pie, anyone? Sorry.
Wow.
But you know, like, but this is the thing, like, you know, they
Oh.
could have also realized at a certain point that not all men had the ability to impregnate, because surely even then there was probably some men who had like inactive sperm or were infertile in some way. And same
Right.
with women, right? Not all women would somehow get pregnant. That
And
you
they
screw
fucking-
that one for every single day and
Cats.
she'd never change, you know?
And they were the outcasts. They probably fucking burned them people at the stake. Like, what's the matter with you? You can't produce a kid, or you can't
Maybe.
bear a child. We're gonna
Or
throw
maybe
you
they
in
were
the volcano.
just used for other purposes, you know, like they had other jobs, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Oh.
we also discovered that so many animals have corkscrew-shaped penises for that reason. Also, many cat or feline animals have a penis that they can't remove immediately afterwards for that reason. So another male can't come along. It's like he's stuck inside her.
Or like
they gotta make
dogs.
it
That happens
warm.
with dogs, right?
Yeah, to give
Yeah.
the sperm time to do its job, and no one
Oh.
else can sort of come along.
Check this out. The barbs, you know, like, I don't know if you've ever seen a cat penis, but they're super tiny. They're like a little weird triangle. They're tiny. They're like a half an inch, right? They have backward facing barbs on them.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
And
what I was
those
talking about.
trigger, they trigger ovulation. So even if that cat has not ovulated, once she's been screwed, she's ovulated, and it almost guarantees pregnancy as long as the cat ejaculates. Guaranteed pregnancy. That's why cats are such prolific breeders.
Prolific.
I
Yeah.
work in animal. Well, we used to do animal rescue, and people used to ask us if we can take. Oh, you know, there's a stray cat, and she had 6 kittens. Can you take them? And we're like, no. But kitten season is in the spring, so you know.
I mean, that's when they're all doing it. And then like, I mean, around here in Southern California, we've got like, tons of people filling up the shelters with kittens between
Yep.
like the late July and like October, somewhere around there.
Yep.
Yeah, and it sucks too because like, someone will like find a litter of kittens and go, oh no, and right, the mom's just off getting some food. They'll grab the kittens, take them to the shelter, and the shelter's like, well, we don't have anyone to nurse them. Just put them down.
Brojo
Put
is
down a
still
whole litter of
AFK,
kittens.
and
He went
his
to sleep.
stream is still going.
Oh man, he's out like a light.
So much for that stream being recorded on the YouTube.
He'll probably wake up in another hour or two.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
He's got 12 hours, right?
I think he went for coffee.
He probably should just.
Yeah, he never got there.
He like decided to tap a road trip to Vegas also. Or something.
I hope that it gets erased. I mean, I had a lot of confessions in that one. I don't.
Yeah, I heard a little bit of your guys like.
Hey,
what is going
hey.
on here?
It's the truth. It's the unadulterated, well, semi-adulterated truth.
Well, I think most of your confessions were caught on the first one that was under 12 hours.
Yeah, I was molested.
I mean, I thought it was great. It was kind of like group therapy,
It was shocking. It was scary. I was scared to death. I had no idea where it went.
What?
The penis. I had no idea where she had to do it. I'm like, okay, I don't know where it goes. He goes,
I don't know.
hang on a second.
I do understand that it
Yeah,
is
you laugh.
a symptom of autism, right?
I was a virgin, man. I'm like, what is going on?
There is something, for at least for me as an autistic person, that
I'm not laughing at that.
oversharing. No, laugh away. Oversharing is the most cathartic thing I can do. For some reason,
Why?
it's like Wild Heart. If you want to know why Wild Heart is so brutally honest, it's because he's autistic as fuck. He has no option. He can't lie.
Oh, no, that's not true anymore. He's definitely getting good at lying.
You can learn to lie, yes, and he perhaps is learning to lie. But you'll notice that he always would be brutally honest. Like, I put cream on my dick. I have sex with prostitutes.
Right.
There was nothing. No holds barred.
I love Wild Heart.
He was. Did
But
you
it is
see
so
him on?
cathartic
Did you
for those people? So.
Did you see him on JG's last week?
No.
I heard about it.
Yeah, he gave JG some
He
business.
He was smoking crack.
Oh, right.
Oh,
He was
On
on J. He
camera.
was
What?
on camera. He was on JE and JG's room on JG's stream,
Are you
smoking a fucking crack pipe as he was having a conversation with JG. I shit you not.
His crack dealer was hanging out.
With
while
his
they were smoking
dealer,
crack.
yeah.
Wow.
With his dealer, that's right.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah, he needs some serious help.
I can't.
Oh
judge.
yeah.
I needed
Putting
serious
both
help.
their faces on screen. Now, tell me a country other than maybe Amsterdam where smoking meth is legal. Because I know it's not in Britain.
Is it
And
legal
he's
in Amsterdam?
Yeah.
because they decriminalized all drugs.
Did
No,
they?
that was Portugal.
Portugal, is it? Okay.
Close enough.
Well,
Yeah.
Right?
The thing is, like,
somewhere.
no matter how much help he asks for here on YouTube, no one here can help him.
No,
You know,
no, he doesn't.
because he's
really
back to
want
that.
he doesn't
He's
really
back
want
to
help.
saying he
Yeah,
needs
so-
help, and it's like, dude, you were in rehab and you left early. You had help. You
Yeah.
rejected help.
You were
Now you're
there.
asking from help from strangers, your viewers on YouTube. Those aren't the people that are going to help you. You need professionals.
How can they? How can we help on YouTube? Well, I'm
Right,
not giving him
right.
money because I know where the money's
Yeah.
No.
All I can do anymore really is, if I choose to, is just listen to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the problem is that he gets so sloshed that he does. I mean, he is getting kind of a little bit better, I think, at remembering conversations because he's not quite as pickled as he was. when he went
No.
into rehab, you know?
I
It's worse.
disagree.
Worse.
Is it worse?
What we
No.
experienced the other day. And I owe you money, DT, okay? I want to give you whatever you paid Brojo, because a lot of that was me yelling at him to get on track.
Oh, that's
So
yeah.
I feel like I wasted your money that you spent to, because
Sammy,
Brojo
Well,
you could just send that to me, okay?
the reason I did it was the reason I did it is he was lonely, like he was looking for some place to hang out. That's the only reason I did
I
that.
know. And it was really kind-hearted,
and-
and I felt
Yeah,
bad.
well, and as to what Housey was just saying, it was the exact opposite. We were having a conversation,
Yeah,
and he got stuck on one point,
yeah,
Yeah.
and from that point on, for the next fucking half an hour,
yeah.
we were trying to move the conversation on, and he kept going back and making the same point over and over again, like clearly, like out of his fucking mind. And we were trying to tell him, like, we already agreed to all that. Just shut the fuck up about that. We're not talking about that anymore.
Right.
And he would
Yeah, you're
agree.
right.
He would say,
Seriously.
okay, I agree. And then fucking 1 minute later, he would go back and bring
Nah.
up that same fucking point.
DT,
Yeah.
do you remember it was worse than that? It wasn't a minute. He would go, I would say this, okay, House. I'd go, Wild Heart, we all, 6 of us here on the panel, just agreed with you that there is no such thing as a triomni God. There's no such thing. We all agree. And he'd
I
go,
know.
okay, but don't derail.
I'm sorry.
Because we all had agreed. We were all atheists there. So we all agreed. And then he would go, yeah, but can we all agree there's no triomni God?
Wow.
And
Yes.
that's when I like the 10th time, because we all politely 2 times said it, 3 times said it. And when
I
he
was
asked
there.
the 4th time, Halsey, I just screamed at him,
Yeah,
you
we
are
were-
not tracking. Tell me what it means that you're not tracking the conversation. And I'm not kidding, House. He would say, but just tell me we all agree there's no triomni God.
Oh my goodness.
And
Yeah,
at that point, he couldn't even track the fact that he was trying to track the conversation 2 sentences into his explanation.
I
don't
wonder
think
if it's the Coke
can.
that's making the difference.
Yeah.
Gotta be something.
I think it's something else. I don't think he can understand.
Well, the mix of the alcohol, it used to just be all alcohol. Now it's like a little bit of alcohol and mostly Coke. He's hitting that Coke hard.
Off his fucking rocker, man.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah,
Been there,
because he
done
doesn't
that.
just smoke crack. He's got this, powdered snortables also, and he'll just, like he'll have some of that if the other one's not ready.
Crack wasn't a thing when I was doing cocaine, but I was addicted to it. And I was using needles.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
Well, my impression of crack is that it's one of those drugs that you do for an evening of indulgence, and it's not something that you do chronically. Because if you do it chronically, it's going to be a lot of money, and
Yeah.
you're going to be addicted pretty fucking quick,
Oh yeah.
and you will not be able to maintain the level of high that you want to. So you're going to have to keep doing more and more and more, or
Well,
be a
that-
cranky asshole because
Yeah.
when you're coming
But
down
House,
from
that
it,
comes down,
Yeah.
but see, that's a rational thought. The people like Wildheart have never been rational. He is a 40, 50 something year old child who doesn't have rational thinking capabilities. And even when he can reason and go, yeah, this is fucked up, he can't even fathom the idea of not doing it. Do you know what I'm saying?
I can
Yeah.
sum it up in a nutshell. One's too many, and 1,000's never enough.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's addiction.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm familiar. Drug addiction. My biological mother was a drug addict. She split when I was 4. But yeah, he has to. If he doesn't want to get help, he can ask for help while he's fucked up, all the live long day. But he doesn't actually legit want it because he's asking when he's fucked up.
He's only saying it when he's fucked up. You're right.
Exactly,
The minute
yeah.
he's hanging for it, he's not going to ask you to help him to get off it. He's going to ask you to help him get it.
Right.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
Or he's going to explain to you why he's not really addicted to it.
Yeah, I'm addicted.
And that's the thing. I don't think anyone's just going, "Oh, you're an addict." I automatically judge you because I think most of us here are addicts in one way, shape, or form.
I'm addicted to the Bible, so
whether it be heroin, sex, money, coffee, sugar,
social media.
I don't care what it is. We're all addicted to something.
You can't get addicted to the Bible.
Oh, really?
Yes, it says so in the Bible.
I'm going to need chapter and verse on that, Thomas.
I think it was somewhere in Leviticus.
Yeah, 18:2. That's right.
No, that was Leviticus.
I remember the first time I went through Leviticus. I was like, what?
Pre-Leviticus.
Yeah, that's your God, bro.
That's a strange book.
God.
Yeah,
That's your God.
I know.
It's a collection of books.
It's a bloody book. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, there's some messed up shit in there.
Are you saying God is a bloody God?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yes, he is.
Damn. You're so honest. I love that.
Well, somebody's got to be.
So many Christians would just argue till they were blue in the face how no.
God did not create evil. He didn't create evil.
Oh, no, he didn't.
Oh, so now you're saying he didn't?
It's still on the singer. Let me bring it back up.
Wait, I thought you agreed. I thought you agreed earlier that God did create evil.
Oh, that was Hillary.
Oh, you did. Look,
No,
it's
no.
So you're saying God,
45:7. Here we go.
Wasn't Hillary's just quoting the Bible? He wasn't giving it a
Yeah,
Right.
I was quoting
Right.
the Bible, and
Right.
Raw was just saying that God apparently is lying in His word.
Right.
No, I quoted it. I read it. Here, look, I'll put it on.
It said, "I am the author of evil."
Yep.
Yeah.
I thought you agree. I thought you agree.
45:7. Let's
Well,
read
he
the
put the
Lord's
tree
word.
there.
Good
grief.
The Almighty Yahweh Jehovah Lord, form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create
he put the tree there.
evil.
Yeah, he put the tree of good and evil in the garden.
Lord,
Yes.
do all these things.
Yes.
So did he create? So did he create evil, Ra? Did he create evil or didn't he?
I said he put the tree in the garden, didn't he?
No, did he create evil?
Yeah.
He created the tree.
And what did he say to Adam and Eve, or Adam, about that tree? Don't touch it.
He said that before sundown that day they would all die.
Did he create evil?
Another 1,000 years.
I don't need the metaphors and the meta and the what fors. Did he create evil, in your opinion?
He put the tree in the garden.
He created the tree, and the tree was only knowledge. It wasn't a tree of good and evil. It's the knowledge of good and evil.
Exactly. It
Right.
was the understanding of it. Which, because guess what? They hadn't eaten it yet, so they had no understanding of evil.
Right.
Which
They didn't know
disobeyed
they were
God
naked.
as
Yeah.
evil. But they didn't exactly. So why'd they get punished when they didn't even know evil yet?
I have a question.
It's a good question.
Does anything exist that God didn't create?
Yes.
That's
What?
for Ra. Does
Well-
anything exist that God did not create?
Didn't Sammy just ask a question? Hold on. Did anything exist? What? Say it again.
You answered Sammy's question, I'm pretty sure.
I did. I
No,
don't even
Yeah.
remember it now. I think you started talking, but go ahead.
but I forgot my question now. So go ahead.
Does anything exist that God did not create?
Good question.
Thank you.
You're welcome. According to what Hillary says, God created evil. That's what the Bible says, right?
I'm not asking him, I'm asking you. In your opinion, Ra,
Well, I'm trying to consider, as you're asking, why would he do such a thing, right?
I think about that too.
Yeah.
is it possible in your world that things exist? Is God the creator of all, or are there things that exist that God didn't create?
Right.
That's
And
not
if-
complicated,
and how did
I
they
don't
come
think.
about? How did those things come about if God didn't create
So
them?
God put this tree of the knowledge, according to Hillary, right?
No,
And the
no, it's on the screen. It's on the screen. It's on the screen.
Oh, no. I'm going back to Genesis, which is prior to Isaiah, and of the knowledge of good and evil, and warned his new created mankind, don't eat of it, because the day that you do, you will surely die.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if there was knowledge of good and evil to be had, where did the evil come from? Where did the knowledge come from? Is that something that God created or not?
Does God lie? No.
That's not what I asked you.
Does he withhold things? Yes.
Who put the knowledge in the fruit? Is that what you're asking, Tom?
No, I thought.
No, I'm still asking. Are there things that are created? Are there things that exist that God didn't create?
Well, before I answer, can we at least agree that evil exists?
We'd have to define evil,
absolutely.
but I'm going off of what God says. God says that He's the creator of evil.
So you
to
believe
be internally
you
consistent,
believe
I'm
the
going to go
Bible
with
when it
that.
says that evil exists.
Yeah,
Because God created it.
no. If I do an internal critique and I
Right.
read the Bible, it says, I, God, form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things. If I do anything other than go, well, it wasn't the Lord in this story, even if I don't believe it, if I say it wasn't the Lord, then I have zero reading comprehension skills. Because it's one sentence and you can't really get it wrong.
Okay.
This sentence says the Lord created evil, and then
Okay.
he even reiterates by
Okay.
saying,
Do you
I,
believe-
the Lord, do it.
Do you believe that?
For
I
an
don't think-
internal
I don't
critique,
think
we are.
Evil exists. I don't think the Lord exists. I don't think Satan exists.
So
But
you
in
don't
an
believe?
critique, I can tell you that this doesn't make sense.
So you don't believe in evil? There's no such thing. as
No.
evil.
I think it's a label
No.
that we give
That's
things we don't like. Yeah,
That's interesting.
I think
No,
it's a
but-
label we give things that we don't like.
And do things exist that God didn't create? Do you think evil exists?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Do you think there's things that exist that God didn't create?
That's a good question.
So he's not the creator. He's the creator of all,
But
or he's
all.
not.
All but not all.
He's the creator of all, or he's not.
I would say all. I would say all. Yeah.
Okay, so he created evil.
He's allowing it. Yeah.
If evil exists and he created everything, he created evil.
Yeah. Okay.
Because if
Okay.
he didn't create
But
it,
you don't believe that.
That's,
created it.
no, all I ever wanted to know was what you believed. And you believe that God created evil. You just said that.
Okay. And
Okay, why was that so hard? Why did that take 2 hours to get you to admit that God created evil?
okay, let's flip the coin now. Do you believe in holiness?
No.
Okay. So you don't think there's anything holy and you don't think there's anything evil. Do you believe anything's good?
Subjectively, absolutely, yes.
Well, yeah,
Define it,
subjectively,
define the
yes, I
terms,
believe.
'cause you know he's
Yeah.
not gonna go with what you're wanting.
What do you mean by good? That which God likes?
Well, I mean the difference between good and bad. Like, is anything good or is anything
If
bad?
you're gauging
Yes.
good on whatever you
Yes.
think the Bible God says, that's a different good to what I hold as good. I
Yes.
have different grounding. I just say anything that doesn't cause harm or causes the least harm or
Okay.
helps growth, things like that. And it's subjective. I'll admit 100% it's purely subjective. That's just what I think, want, feel, whatever you want to say. I don't need to say I have some almighty objective thing I can ground it in, or else it doesn't count. Because I'm convinced you are as subjective as me. That even if you think it comes from God, you're still interpreting his word through the Bible. You're interpreting what he means, even if you get the words clear enough. You're explaining away contradictions. It all becomes so subjective that even if you believe in objectivity, you wind up back in subjectivity, trying to understand the object.
Interesting. So there is no God.
There's no objectivity.
Well,
I think there is objectivity. It's impossible for us to interpret it objectively because we're human beings and we're always going to put it through our subjective filter. Even the purest, most correct information is going to get affected by how we see it, what we associate it with, how we feel about it, what kind of mood we're in that day, whether or not we're sick that day. I mean, so many different factors,
What Halsey said. You said it properly. I said it the lazy way. And that's all it is. I think I hope Christians can understand that a lot of non-believers are not against God in the sense of a God, okay? They might take issue with what they see in the Bible and the Christian God. But it's not like we're not all anti-theists. Do you know what I mean? Most of us are even open to pantheism or deism and the idea that there's a God. Most of us probably hope there's a God. I honestly believe most atheists hope there's a God. Because why the fuck wouldn't you hope we get to continue on this?
I was an atheist at one time.
But
that's the whole point of religion.
But the fact is, I can't convince myself there's something afterwards. Everything I see points to this is it. So rather than be sad and I didn't get to see my loved one again, just face
one thing though to consider is that there may be because there seems to be some evidence that consciousness is not attached to our physical selves, like scientifically there seems to be some evidence that little bits and pieces keep emerging that's the truth. And so it could be that we do have that ability to live on in some way, but that it has nothing to do with the story in the Bible. That has nothing to do with the Bible's idea of God.
That's possible too.
See, that's what I'm talking about. That hope. See that there, Raw. Every human being wants to live forever. But so I hope Christians can understand that if someone who, like all of us, would like to live at least for as long as they choose, if not forever, it's not like we are just so against God. We wish it was true, but we have actually not been convinced of it. And that you do not choose what you believe. So we just don't believe it. Even if we want to, we desperately want to believe in it.
Does everybody here have kids?
We're not convinced.
Do you have kids?
No, I have no kids of my own. No.
Nobody here has kids?
I think Sammy's the only one.
Who?
I have stepkids and step grandkids.
I have.
How many kids you got, if you don't mind me asking? I have two, a boy and a girl.
Yeah, that's okay.
Well, actually three, because I have a granddaughter too. I guess you could call that a kid.
I have two that are living.
Oh yeah, you told me about that. Wow, sorry to bring that up.
I have two sons. No, you're right. And a beautiful daughter. She nearly made it 3.
I would have had technically 4. There was my ex-wife and I. There was an abortion before we actually legally tied the knot. That was tough.
In that case, then yeah, I would have had 4 as well. So I lost a little girl, and I also, when I was very, very young,
I lost a grandson too.
Had an abortion.
Yeah, my daughter carried her first all the way to 8 months, I think it was, and then he was stillborn or whatever. Life is tough,
and
man.
It's funny. You'll enjoy this, Ro. As someone who is completely about women's choice and body autonomy and stuff like that, and I still, to this day, that's what I think. Like, I don't argue about when it becomes a child, blah, 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 blah. I'm not interested. I'm a male, okay? I don't grow babies in my body. But what I can say and will say from my own personal experience is, having been in a relationship where we made that decision, even with not thinking about God and an afterlife, it is the biggest single regret I have in my whole life. Mm-hmm. And it's nothing to do with sin or, I did something wrong. It's like totally personal and naturalistic. But that has sort of made me more of I do understand where theists and Christians and more right-leaning people come from when they don't get abortion. I'm not saying I agree. I'm just saying it's weird. I really see both sides so deeply that I can't argue for either side. I can't tell you either side's right or wrong,
Mm-hmm.
Well, I had an abortion about 25 years ago, so I'm pretty big on the pro-choice thing. Because it was not a fun and easy choice to make. My fiance and I at the time decided together. We both decided that where we were at the time in our lives, we were living with his parents. His parents are from the Philippines. He's from the Philippines. They hated me. His mother absolutely hated me. He was an alcoholic. So, it was one of the reasons why I was like, But we decided together that we should not bring a kid into the situation we were at. And, sometimes I'll regret it. And sometimes I'll look at where my life is. I was homeless for 3 years, for the last 3 years, up until this October.
Wow.
I was running I'm renting a 3-bedroom house. I was living at my work at the time, for 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, if I had a kid, I don't want to drag, I wouldn't have ever had to drag a kid through me moving constantly, and, all the times that I had to pick up and move and, and all this and that. I would have put a kid through that. And I'm like, nah, I wouldn't have been able to do that. I could barely take care of myself. My ex-husband and I never really discussed kids. I know he didn't want to have any kids. And I went into menopause really, really early. So I can't get pregnant now even if I wanted to. But yeah, it was not a fun choice, but I'm glad that it was kept safe and legal in order for me to be able to make that choice. So I get a little I guess uppity on the subject of abortion and choice, because I had to do that choice. So.
Mm-hmm.
And no, you're spot on. And I think that's a point I might have, I think I started out on, but might have got off track, was a lot of anti-abortion people don't understand that the people who have actually made that decision,
Right.
it's the hardest thing they have ever done in their whole life.
Yeah.
It's not like they just went, oops, I had sex, I'm protected, better have an abortion.
Yeah.
That's what
they think.
a lot of people think, yeah. But that's not the case. It's like, this shit's life-changing.
Yeah, it is.
Well, the thing that's cool about Marty, I think, or commendable, is that you made that choice with your partner. And I believe it's a woman's choice no matter what. And I think what a lot of men don't get is there are a lot of, or maybe they do get it and hate it. There are a lot of abortions that have happened that the men never even knew there was a fetus. And that's a decision that the woman made for whatever reason, and I respect that. But I also respect even more that it was a decision made with the partner.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. I mean, I can see a lot of reasons to have an abortion and hide it, or be pregnant and hide it, and have an abortion and hide it. You know what I mean? If you're in a ridiculously abusive relationship, you don't want to be bound to that partner forever. You're gonna do what you gotta do to not be there, to keep yourself safe and not bring a kid into something that's horrific like that. Assaults, SAs. If a woman's SA'd, what partner? There's no partner to talk to. A lot of women don't want to have that reminder.
Right.
So.
Oh, I agreed. I agreed to it as well. Same thing happened to.
I think
my ex and I.
Might explain it. Maybe not. Maybe I'm talking out of my ass, but I think if you're not like a believer in specifically like the Christian soul, okay, if you don't believe in that soul, and see if you can understand this. I don't know if you can ever imagine, we're talking about Doman, right? That being that exists, it's in every way similar, exact to a human, just doesn't have a soul, okay? Now, when that is especially not even formed yet, and it's just a clump of goo, there's no soul, okay? Does it really matter if it doesn't have consciousness, it doesn't have awareness, doesn't have pain yet? You're not taking anything away from anything. Nothing's lost anything. Okay, so unless you think there is some innate, magical, holy soul from somewhere else that you're betraying or dirtying by aborting it,
sinning.
can you
Evil, sin.
How The average person can go, it's a clump of cells. It's not a human yet. Doesn't even have a brain. There's nothing to process anything or pain. There's nothing to there's nothing. It's not even alive yet. If you cut the umbilical cord, it will just reabsorb back into the mother's body. So what the hell is it? And that's the fundamental difference, I believe, between people that are really against abortion. It's like they think the second that the sperm pokes his little head through the egg cell, that some miracle of God happens. And that's when it's holy and sacred and all these things that, as you saw, we don't believe. We don't think evil exists. We think it's a label we put on stuff we don't like. We don't think holy exists because, again, it's a religious term. These are all just labels we put on stuff we don't like. So,
Did Jesus have a belly button?
He had an umbilical cord, so you'd have to assume so, yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Did
Adam.
God have one?
Did Adam?
Oh, Eve. Oh, I meant Eve. Or Adam. Yeah. My bad.
Yeah.
Adam shouldn't have, and neither should have Eve. But, you know, Eve was his genetic, relative, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, she was Adam.
I swear it's his clone. There's no other explanation except
it's funny
clone.
how we are okay with the idea of excessive compound incest from Adam and Eve populating the world, and then we're also okay with, after that population got wiped out, Noah's family doing the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
They were the only survivors. How could we have turned out okay if that's the case?
I brought this up before you came in tonight.
Did we turn out okay?
It was necessary.
My time.
Did we turn out okay? That's a good question.
That is
That's
a good
just
question.
humans. Hang on. That's just the humans. What about the fucking kangaroos? How did the kangaroos get to Australia from Mount Ararat and evolve and reproduce? We got koalas. They're slow as fuck because they're high on eucalypt. Where did they get the eucalypt on the way back to Australia, mind you?
A volcano blew up and projectiled them over to Australia.
They walked over.
Pangea.
That's how they got there.
But there was no eucalyptus. Did God just sprout some along the way?
They developed a new digestive tract.
All the puzzle parts of the Earth fit together. Come on, you know that.
No, they don't.
New digestive system.
That's what we're trying to tell you. How the fuck, if all the parts fit together, you'd have an accurate explanation for how the fucking kangaroos got to Australia from the goddamn arm.
I'm talking about Pangea. Come on.
That was millions of years ago, not thousands.
Pangea is not biblical. What the fuck?
It's not?
Kangaroos maybe, because they can eat vegetation in general. Koalas can eat only specifically eucalyptus leaves, and not even all eucalyptus leaves, just certain types of eucalyptus leaves.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and that's the only thing they consume. They don't even drink water because they get the water from the leaves.
Wow.
Plus, they sleep 18 hours out of 24 because the eucalyptus makes them high as fuck.
Really?
Yes.
I had no idea.
But when they're awake, they're grumpy as hell, so they're aggressive as hell. That's why we call them drop bears. Now,
you call them what?
Things, they crawl there. We call them drop bears.
Drop bears. Okay.
Yeah, if you ever hear a story about these little bears that drop down and rip your face off, that's just koalas, and they will try and rip your face off. But
wow,
they're very high, so you don't need to worry. But what I'm saying, if they're that high all the time, they're asleep 18 hours a day. They can only eat eucalyptus leaves. How the hell did Noah get eucalyptus leaves on the ark? How did he get koalas to come across? And then afterwards, they had to head all the way back to Australia.
They swam?
With the kangaroos, with the wombats, with the platypuses, with the possums. Because we don't have a single mammal in Australia. We only have marsupials, which, if evolution happened, makes
That's
sense.
interesting.
Because Australia separated from the rest of the world before our marsupials evolved into mammals. So we never got any.
But did it? I have a question for Raw.
Oh,
What
go.
was Pangea? You brought up Pangea.
Mm-hmm.
Was Pangea before or after the flood?
Good question.
What was it, 3,000 or 5,000 years ago?
I don't know. It's a good question.
But
Well,
it's
what do you?
important.
What if you don't know? Then how do you know it's biblical?
Well, it talks about it.
Well, then you do know.
Well, I know what it says. You asked me a couple different questions about it.
No, I didn't. I asked you one question. You keep doing this to me. I asked you one question.
We're getting somewhere, though. Did you hear what he just said? He said he didn't know. He just knew what it said.
Right. Thank you.
That's
Oh,
perfect.
do you remember the one question that I asked you? I didn't ask you two. I asked you one.
You want me to look it up for you? Is that what you're asking me? Where is it in the Bible? Is that what you're asking?
I'm asking if you remember the question that I just asked you.
No, I don't. What was your question?
Was Pangea
Yeah.
before the flood or after the flood?
I was trying to think. Okay, I'd have to look it up, but I think Peleg was before the flood, but I'm not sure. It might have been after.
Well,
Might have been
according to the Bible, the flood
I think it
was 4,000 years ago. So was it
I think it was
Was it-
after.
older than 4 or younger than 4,000?
If it was after the flood,
Mhm.
it doesn't have anything to do with the kangaroos getting to Australia.
It doesn't. Isn't it the other way around, Tom?
You're
Yeah,
right.
you
It's the
mean-
other way around.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're
but-
sorry. I know. It's okay, brother.
I mean,
forgive
the
you.
whole world, according to the Bible, is what, 6,000 years old? Even agriculture is older
Yeah.
than that.
Go Becky Tepley is 12,000 years
Okay,
old.
but wait. The Bible doesn't say that.
I know it doesn't. That's what
No,
I'm saying.
we have no idea.
Science
zero.
disagrees with the Bible. Like
No,
it's
no,
saying
no.
this world is
Well, hear me
really
out.
old.
Hear me
That's
out.
one of the things the Bible chooses to be silent on.
Well, there's quite a few. Listen,
It doesn't.
well, hear me out. Okay, just hear me out.
Okay.
We have no idea how long Adam and Eve were in the garden before they fell. None. Zero.
Then how do you know the kangaroos got to Australia by
That has
Pangea?
nothing to do with what I just said, Tom, and you know.
I'll read
Then
your
you're not
book to you.
answering. You're not answering
you,
the
Al.
question.
I already
Then
did.
No, you didn't.
Yes,
You
I
just said it was a
did.
good. You just said it was a good question, and then you were going to answer from it scripturally, and then you said the scripture doesn't speak to that.
I said Peleg. Look it up.
Right.
You ready? You ready?
Peleg.
Here we
Yeah,
go.
look. I think it's. I don't know how
I
to
don't know
spell
what
it.
you're
Don't ask
talking
me how to spell
I
it.
just asked how old was Adam when he died. Adam lives 930
No. I'm not talking
years.
about how old was he when he died.
930 years.
Right.
No, he lived. He lived.
Right.
So he wasn't alive before he
Right,
left the
right.
garden?
Right. And
Was he
started.
alive in the
and he
garden?
started to die when?
Does it say he started to die?
Hold on.
Before Pangea. Before Pangea.
This
It's
is
just
all
common.
I'm asking. This is
It's
all I'm
common
asking,
sense.
okay?
Read it correctly. What is it
Listen,
exactly?
I'll
Does
ask you one question more, one question, and that's it. Okay, ready? One question.
it ready?
Was Adam alive the day God breathed breath into him?
Yes.
So, From the day God breathed breath into Adam
No.
and he lived,
Nope.
he lived 930 years. Thank you, Raw's book.
He
for
only
answering
started
Raw's
dying after he
Now
ate
let's
from
hear the
that tree.
gymnastics. Where does dying come into how long does he live?
But hold
Because-
on, he had to die before nightfall of the day that he ate. So that means he must have been in Eden for all of this 930 years.
Exactly.
No,
If he was
outside.
alive, it says he lived.
He was outside of Eden.
You want to say he didn't live in the
Started
garden?
dying the day he
It
ate from the
didn't
tree.
start till the day he left.
Was
Right,
Pangea
Where's it
flooded
say
or
that?
not?
Where does it say that, bro? Come on, be
In the
honest.
Bible.
Don't lie on your Bible.
In
Where does it
Genesis.
say the 930 didn't start till he left?
Because God said the day that you eat of that tree, you'll surely die.
No. Where
he
does
didn't
it
die.
say
Right.
the count
He
of
started dying.
930 years starts the day he left? It doesn't say that. You want to infer that.
He was
Whereas the
sentenced.
Bible clearly says he lived for 930 years, and you admit when God breathed breath into him, he was alive.
Yes, forever.
So
He would've
that
lived forever.
includes the
I think
930
God
years.
even said that. We have to kick them out because now if they eat from the tree of life,
Excellent.
they'll live forever.
So
I
we
think
agree.
Ra.
He was
I think Ra is
930.
yes. Ra is saying Adam didn't live for 930 years. He died for 930 years.
Oh,
Right.
Which is
Right.
insane because
No,
God
it's
said
not.
that they would die before nightfall on the day that they ate from the
Bible,
fruit.
exactly.
No,
Well,
he didn't.
what's
He
a
didn't
night?
say
What's
that.
a
He didn't say
what's a night? What? How long is a night to God?
that.
Well, apparently it was 24
Anything you
hours
want it
because it said, that the day were split into the day and the night. All I know is they
It was an
considered
evening
a
and
day
a
from
morning.
sundown to sundown.
That was
And
creation.
so in that day you should surely die means that he would have had to die by sundown the day that he ate. So
Well,
there
the
couldn't have
story-
been 930 years because
Well,
he was
so-
dead that day.
Unless,
he was-
Roy, you want to say in creation, a day was like a day. But when it comes to Adam's life,
Hear me?